Right, yes guys, welcome back. We're sat down in the hot seat again because today we are previewing Wrexham's biggest game that we have seen in years. Today we are previewing Wrexham FC's FA Cup 4th round tie against Sheffield United. Yet again on the channel we are previewing an FA Cup game where we're facing Championship opposition. This time we're facing a slightly better team than Coventry. Before we get started in today's video, make sure to subscribe to the channel with the bell notification turned on for all the best Wrexham FC content on YouTube, matchday vlogs, previews, just content in general. This is the place to be, so make sure to subscribe. And let's try and hit 300 likes on today's preview before our big game tomorrow. And also, if you're looking to get in the best shape possible, then Ben Wilson is the person to go to. You can click the first link in the description. He's been on television multiple times. He knows what he's doing. He's a pro in his area. So if you are looking to get fit, click the first link in the description for the best online plan to get in the best shape possible. So this weekend we face Paul Heckingbottom's Sheffield United side, who currently sits second in the EFL Championship. Now, last time out for Wrexham in the FA Cup, we obviously did beat Coventry City away at the CBS Arena a few weeks ago. Now, a few weeks on, we're playing another Championship team. The Coventry game was obviously the game that the players had the performances of their lives, and thanks to goals from Sam Dolby, Tom O'Connor, Paul Mullin, Elliot Lee, this now sets us up for our 4th round tie at home to Sheffield United in front of the Racecourse ground. And this is the first time we have reached the FA Cup 4th round since the year 2000, when we were defeated 2-1 at home to Cambridge United. So the question is, can we go one further than what we did in 2000 and possibly dream about reaching the 5th round? We're going to be talking about our opposition, Sheffield United now. Their league form, they are having the season of their lives, an incredible year so far, sitting second in the Championship behind Burnley, who are again having a great season as well. They're in the automatic spot for promotion to the Premier League, and they're comfortably sitting 13 points ahead of 3rd place Watford. So promotion to the Premier League is sort of inevitable for the Blades as they're looking to bounce back to get back into the Premier League. So seeming as Sheffield United are the away team going into this 4th round fixture, I think it's only right to analyse their away form so far this season. Obviously FA Cup sort of goes out the window, but we can get a good indication of what their away form is like. So as we can see, Sheffield United have only lost 2 out of the 14 away games they have played in the Championship. So it's clear to see there are no pushovers when they do travel away to different teams. Overall, they average 2.57 goals per game, which is obviously an incredible stat. It shows how prolific their front line have been this year. The likes of Ilianum Dye, Ollie McBurney, Daniel Jebson, they've been firing goals in for fun. But if we go to the other end of the pitch, they have failed to keep a clean sheet in 43% of their away games this season. So they are prone to concede the odd goal here and there. And if we're lucky, Wrexham on the day, we could get on the end of one of those goals and could cause an upset. And obviously looking at how good our goal scoring form is at home this season, and to see if Sheffield United are prone to concede a goal here and there, it should be a very interesting tie. Players out injured for Sheffield United going into this cup tie. Usual up front starter Ollie McBurney, who does lead the line for Sheffield United, 9 goals so far this season, has slowly come back from injury. He's in the matchday squad. He was for their last game, but it's unlikely he will make a feature tomorrow against us because, to be honest, from a Sheffield United fan point of view, they obviously don't see it as a really important game. They'd obviously want to wait for McBurney to regain 100% full fitness and then bring him back into the league. There's no point in rushing him in for an FA Cup game that doesn't decide whether they're going up or not. And then obviously we know about midfielder John Fleck, who has been sidelined through injury for a little while now. And moving on to Wrexham FC, we obviously do know that left back Jacob Mendy is out through injury that he did sustain on the 2nd of January against Solihull Moors. Parkinson did say on the 18th of January that Mendy had returned to full fitness, or was going to return to full fitness next week. So this is the week just gone. So whether Mendy will be in contention to start, personally for me, I can't see him risking it. A bit like Ollie McBurney, I don't think Parkinson will want to rush him back into a game that isn't a league decider for us. And then obviously we do know about Jordan Davis, who did suffer an unfortunate injury and is sidelined for, I can probably assume, the next 3 or 4 weeks, maybe a little bit less, but he's not going to be involved in this game, our attacking midfielder. And then Ollie Palmer, now there were obviously talks that he was going to be out for the Gateshead game, but he started, he scored. Apparently he had a slight niggle, and I think we can sort of see that he will be in contention to start, because obviously he started against Gateshead, got his goal, lasted for 84 minutes, so he can't be that far off full fitness. Whether he'll be a starter for this game on Sunday, I really don't know. Now we're going to be moving on to the player to watch from both teams. Starting with our opposition, Sheffield United, I have gone for Iliman Ndiaye, a player that was playing in the World Cup round of 16 against England just over a month ago, to now playing at the Racecourse ground against non-league Wrexham. This is absolutely crazy. It doesn't sit right with me. It's mad to think he was playing in the biggest tournament in sporting history, and now he's travelling to a non-league side to play in the FA Cup. We don't know for sure that he's playing, but it's likely he might make an appearance. Now this man is a serious talent. 10 goals, 7 assists in 28 games in the EFL Championship. He's taking the league by storm. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him on the top stage for a top team in probably just over 2 or 3 years' time. You know, he is a really serious talent, and he causes trouble in every game he plays, and I can't see that being any different if he does play on Sunday. And for us, Wrexham, now Sheffield United fans watching this, our player to look out for is Paul Mullin. It sounds cliche, but it is very true. 20 goals in the league so far sort of speaks for itself. I don't really have to explain much more than that. He is deadly in front of goal. He is a poacher, he's clinical, and he just gets on the end of every scrappy ball in the box, can finish, can pull out amazing goals, and can score the simplest of goals. You know, he's a real fan's favourite at Wrexham, and he had Jonathan Panzo on strings against Coventry, so it will be interesting to see how he does come up against better defenders and a very solid defence of Sheffield United. Now we're going to be moving on to how will both teams line up. We're going to be starting with Wrexham now. I'm expecting an unchanged side from our league game against Gateshead, except there might be a start for Sam Dolby over Ollie Palmer, like Parkinson did against Coventry. I can see why he might go for this, but for me, I think I'm 50-50 on this one. If I was Parkinson, I think I'd give Dolby a start, because he was really good against Coventry, played really well, and I thought he definitely deserved his chance to cement himself in the starting 11 against Sheffield United. And for Palmer, it just depends if he's fully fit. Obviously, we don't want to be starting him from the off and then having to bring him off after 70 minutes if he's struggling. For me, I'd rather play Dolby, and if we're chasing the lead, get Palmer on, because he'll be full of energy going into like the final 20-30 minutes. So I think that's the best option for what Parkinson can do. And then obviously we saw that Hall Johnson started over Anthony Ford at Coventry. I'd like to see this happen again. I thought he had a great game against Coventry, and yeah, like I said, I'd love to see Hall Johnson start in this one, especially when they have got Max Lowe on the left hand side, who is most likely going to play, who does carry a bit of speed about him. On to our opposition, Sheffield United. Now there are talks of Ndiaye being rested for this game, and Billy Sharp coming into the lineup alongside Daniel Jebson, who Sheffield United fans think he deserves his place after his performance in the last cup game. So we could be seeing a Billy Sharp and Jebson up top alongside Sander Berge. He is another player to look out for. He's a really good player. And like I said, the likes of Sander Berge, Oliver Norwood, Jayden Bogle, Max Lowe could all make an appearance in this game. All players that I'm fully aware of and that possess some really great qualities. So in conclusion, what do I think will happen? I think this is going to be an absolutely incredible FA Cup tie. It's going to be a full house at the Racecourse like it is every week. 10,000 plus fans packed inside the ground. It's going to be rocking in there. From the minute you walk in to the minute you walk out, it's going to be rocking. Whether we win or lose or draw, I think the atmosphere all round is going to be good. I think we're going to put up a good fight, and it's going to be a great test to see at the level we're at, and can Phil Parkinson bring some of his FA Cup magic that he's brought to Bradford to Wrexham. It'd be incredible if we could reach the 5th round. Like I said, I'm not going to jinx anything by giving a score prediction, but I'm more confident going into this than I am for Coventry. I didn't really know what to expect for Coventry, but now I've seen the level of how we can compete against Coventry, who played a very strong team. I really do believe we could give Sheffield United a real run for their money. I'm sure the team talk before the game is going to be great from Phil Parkinson. You know, the atmosphere is really going to help us. And like I said, if we could cause an FA Cup fairy tale story, then it would be incredible. So fingers crossed we can. Let's hope we can progress to the 5th round, and hopefully we'll be seeing Ryan and Rob in the ground tomorrow to hopefully see us make history. So the next time I will see you will be for the matchday vlog tomorrow. Will we come out with one of the best FA Cup stories there has been, or will we come out on the end of a defeat? And will we see Sheffield United progress to round 5? We hope not. But yeah, that's been me, Liam Roberts. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe with the notification bell on, and I'll see you in the next one. Up the town. Take care, everyone.